Let's see. Is this working? Test, test. Yes. All right. Welcome to week 12 of football. Let's get the poll going. Will win tonight? Bills, Texans. All right, start the poll. Let's go. Hope you all are well. Hope you guys all won. Hope you guys won. Had a great week. 11. All right, let's get all this updated. Drop any question. All right. Let's get all these things updated to passing defenses. Start with passing defenses. Week 12. Almost to playoffs. We are almost to playoffs. Hope everybody's going to make playoffs. What's up, Rip? How are you? What's the highlight? What is the highlight? Oh wait, this is Cole, no? The name changed. Wait. The Bronco, yeah, you went to the game on Sunday, right? Here in Denver. And it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, oh man, I'm glad you had a great time because you guys ended up winning too, right? So that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. Much celebrations that you got to see. I honestly did not think they would beat the Chiefs, but look at that. Look at that. You guys got much celebrations. Much love to beat the Chiefs. That's legit. That was legit. So congrats, and I'm glad you had a fun game. It's always good when it's a fun game, right? 9-2. I know, holy smokes. I I so my brother lives in Denver, and he's before the season I was like, dude, you got to check out some Broncos games. He's like, no, they're not going to be good. And I was like, no, they'll be pretty good. I didn't expect 9-2 though to start the season. Like holy smokes, you guys are on a tear. You guys are on a tear. So congrats for that win and having fun at the game. And I hope you won your fantasy week too. But 100 to you, Cole, for going to the game and hopefully having a great time because that was a great game. You're welcome. You're welcome. Drop a like if you can. Much love to you. Let me know if you got any thoughts for this week. Who are the Broncos playing this week? Broncos this week are playing. Oh wait, this is bye week, huh? This is bye week. This is bye week for the Broncos. That's right. That's right. Yeah, you do got to buy. Who do I got winning tonight? I mean, how do we not bet against Josh Allen and the Bills? It'd be crazy if the Texans pulled off a win. That defense at times can be crazy, so who knows? But I think the Bills. I mean, oh, somebody chose the Texans. Who thinks the Texans are gonna win? That'd be crazy. Maybe Texans to cover the spread. So You're cheering for Houston? I think a lot of people will be cheering for Houston in this one. Um everybody likes to root against the Goliath, right? Root for the underdog. Um but I don't know, that defense is pretty darn good. So maybe we can get something good going. Um yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice to see a very competitive game. Um I would have to say. So cheering for Houston. Much love. Hopefully you guys are all making playoffs. We have the top players up right now. We got what, like 3 weeks left of roughly for most leagues, right? To get into um playoffs, right? To get into our fantasy playoffs. So wishing everybody a great week 12. Hopefully you guys are all in a position to make playoffs. That would be that'd be great. We all make playoffs. That's all. Let us all make playoffs tonight. I think most of the players are pretty straightforward. Maybe somebody might be debating to sit Nico Collins. I don't know how you would do that. You'd have to be pretty stacked to do so. You're not sitting James Cook. Keon Coleman is a healthy scratch. It looks like they are moving away from him for whatever reason, shape or form. So that might shift up the dynamics a little bit. Who knows though um, for the Bills. So we can see in this game what kind of happens. Um, we can see what can happen. Um, I'm expecting I'm expecting this to actually be a decent game, hopefully. Hopefully Houston can move the football. Hopefully Houston can move the football. Um and keep it competitive. Josh Allen coming off a legendary game. Legendary game for Josh Allen. 3 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns. So crazy. So crazy. Um, and without CJ Stroud, the Houston Texans have kept it relatively competitive, which kind of surprises me if I'm being honest. 5-5 record. Did not expect them to be here at this point in the season, but it is what it is. And they are it is what it is, right? Within the standings. Um, so maybe CJ Stroud will come back. Hopefully Woody Marks maintains the backfield. We have no idea what's gonna happen in that backfield. Um, and expect some type of receiver to hit from Buffalo. Which one? We have no idea. We have no idea. All right, let's see what if we can get all these defensive stats updated. Um, much love to everybody out there. Drop any comments or questions in the chat. Much appreciated. We're gonna get your guys' the passing defenses and the um rushing defenses updated so that uh we can go over a few things, but feel free to drop any questions or thoughts in the meantime while I get the final piece together for the rushing defenses. Here it is, bro. I believe it's there. All right. So, bam. There we go. Updated 11 weeks worth of data. And funny enough, the Bills are the best matchup to face as a rushing defense. So they've given up 17 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's crazy, right? That's a touchdown and a half a game, 1,500 yards. So, you know, 130 yards rushing against the Bills. So we'll see somebody between Woody Marks and that backfield will probably get in the end zone. Um, and they'll probably be able to run a lot. That is definitely one of the Bills' weaknesses is their defense. And on the other side of the football, the Texans, one of the top 10 rushing defenses probably. You look on this side, 800 yards, right? So they don't allow many yards. 870 yards are they're not allowing many yards. They're allowing 8 touchdowns on the game, so almost a touchdown a game. So like 3/4 of a touchdown a game. But 800 yards is not, not that many. So um James Cook, you know, uh he's going to have to be going against that defense. Obviously, you're probably not sitting James Cook, right? You're probably not sitting James Cook. But he is going against a tough defense, so hopefully he can make it up for it in the passing game. But as you check your lineups this week, just double check how the defenses are doing that you're playing against. And you can find that data and see which teams are giving up the most yards, yards per carry, touchdowns, things like that to help you make your decisions this week. Placing last minute parlay. Anything that we should place? What are you thinking between rushing touchdown by Houston? Uh be a cool one. Let's see if we go to the passing side. Uh Passing defenses here. Um it's bad matchup, right? Bad matchup both sides. Less than a touchdown passing per team. The Texans only allowing 10 touchdowns. Same for the Bills passing. And Bills lock up the tight end. So even though Dalton Schultz was having a good game, that one might be tough. Um, I guess yeah, the best chance might be a Houston rushing touchdown. What else? What else could we bet on? What else could we parlay? Uh, maybe. Um, yeah. Let's see. What's Woody Marks' totals? Woody Marks over unders week 12. Um, let's see. Let's see. Here goes. Oh man, his rushing yard six at 63. That's a lot. That is a lot. Okay. That is a lot of yards. I do not think I would take the over on that, even though I like that. That is a lot of yards. Um, what else? Yeah, I don't know if I would take that yardage for Marks, but maybe if there's a touchdown or Chubb, might take that anytime touchdown for the touchdowns for Houston. Running probably easiest. Both passing defenses don't allow much. That's my thoughts on it. Uh, yeah. We got some good games. Let me know your thoughts, Cole. Let me know your thoughts. Got some good games slated for this week. Colts Chiefs gonna be a big one. Gonna be a big one. Sunday early game. The Colts versus the Chiefs. That's gonna be a pretty big game. I would say highly anticipated game. I think the Steelers Bears game is actually going to be pretty important too. Fighting for the division. Bears sitting at top. Steelers in a tough spot. If the Bears win here, they can be looking pretty good for their division. So that I think that'll be a pretty good game there too. Bucks and the Rams. Bucks and the Rams Sunday night. Probably be a big game as well. Probably be a big game as well. Um, double check. Don't forget to always double check weather this week. But but it does overall look better. It does overall look better this week as opposed to other weeks. So um, that's 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 that. Joe Burrow might be playing, so Patriots Bengals game might be a fun one too. Might be fun. Um, JJ McCarthy against the Packers. Think spotlight's on him. JJ McCarthy. I think the spotlight is on him at this point in time to prove something. To prove something. Justin Jefferson feeling like, oh man, diminished value this year, but hopefully JJ McCarthy can turn it around. But him throwing the ball 10 feet above his receivers does not look good. So hopefully he could turn it around against the Packers this week. Um, I think that's probably gonna be it for the closer interesting ones. Eagles Cowboys might be interesting. Um, we'll see since it's at Dallas if Cowboys can score and you know make it fun, make it a fun game. You're not out on JJ. You're all for being patient with young quarterbacks. Yeah, I agree that it definitely can take time for um, quarterbacks to develop. Uh, and it was kind of a weird situation, right? Like out of rhythm, playing, then getting injured, and then kind of having to rush back from the injury with Carson Wentz getting injured. So I agree that I'm not completely uh, out on him. Uh, I I think I think it is tough sledding though for him for this season, as in just pressure, right? Um, just pressure as in having to perform, not really having I would say slack probably, right? Expecting a lot of expectations. Um, and I think let's see. So he's got the Packers and the Seahawks back to back tough. But then Commanders, Cowboys, Giants, it opens up in those 3 weeks. So hopefully something could happen then. And then Lions and Packers, decent defenses at the end. So he has a stretch of 3 games coming up after the Seahawks that hopefully he could do something, right? People said the Broncos need to move on from Bo Nix, and I watched him carve up Casey. Bo Nix has been the most interesting man. Every time you think it's like, oh, it's just luck, then boom, he does something crazy against like a really solid team, and you're like, oh my goodness, he's the real deal. And then he like beats my Raiders 10-7, and then it's crazy. But I think falling forward enough, he's definitely worth it, Bo Nix. Is it crazy to start Goff over Josh Allen tonight? Oh my goodness. That's I I don't know if I don't think I have the guts to do that. I think that's um a little rich for my blood. Uh but I can see it. I can see it. Lions at home against the Giants. Do we know if Dart is playing too? Let me double check what's going on with this guy. Um, Still questionable. Remained a limited non-contact participant. So it's kind of looking like Dart's not gonna play again. Um, the only so I guess each has its like hesitations, right? Is that Houston's defense is so good um that I get it, but Josh Allen kind of almost matchup proof, I would say to me. Um Versus Goff with that boom potential, yet without Jackson Dart. To me, there's some game scripts where Detroit might be able to run the ball most of the game and still run all over them. Um, so I I would go with Allen probably uh in most situations just because uh let me bring this up. Where is it at? Where is it at? You look at the rushing defenses here, and the Giants are one of the best matchups. 1,650 yards on the year, 15 touchdowns, so a touchdown and a half game plus 1,600 yards. You got two solid running backs. Um, so it's still possible they carve them up through the air. I'm just pointing this out as that's an option too. Um, I think I would go Allen, but you're not crazy. If you have a gut feeling, Adam, if you have a gut feeling, go with your gut. Um, you know, go with your gut more times than not. Uh, but that's just my feedback on the things is I would start Allen, but you're not crazy. You are not crazy to contemplate that. Uh Not too crazy to contemplate that, but I'd still start. Hopefully that helps you, Adam. Let me know if or if not. Much love to you and your team. Drop a like if you can. But great question. That one, that one got me. That one got me thinking a bit. That one definitely got me thinking a bit. Um, Let me see. Where did we stop on the games? All right. Do we talked about Colts Chiefs? I mean, Seahawks are probably gonna stomp on the Titans, right? I would have to imagine that one of the worst offenses against one of the best defenses. I have a feeling that's going to be one-sided. Jets, Ravens. Lamar's looks questionable for some reason with the ankle injury or something. Um, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. But I'd imagine wouldn't be that would be Ravens ball for sure if Lamar plays. Giants, Lions. Just talked about that. Lions on top there. Steelers, Bears, gonna be an interesting game. We'll see if Aaron Rodgers plays. Um, Hopefully this will be a shootout or a good game, but we'll see. Patriots, Bengals. Joe Burrow might play. I don't know if he's gonna play, but talking about practicing, so we'll see. Practicing in full. We shall see. Bengals are pretty much must win every game out to make playoffs. Raiders versus Browns. At Vegas. Ah, not looking good for my Raiders. Uh, but I got the Browns defense, so it's a love-hate relationship there for this week. Jaguars, Cardinals. Um, Probably project the Jaguars to win, but who knows? Jacoby Brissett's been very, very good at football these past weeks. Um, so maybe it could be a competitive game. We don't know which Trevor Lawrence is going to show up or which Jags defense is going to show up. So that could be an interesting game. I really hope the Eagles Cowboys game is fun and entertaining, decent scoring game. Uh, really hope so. Falcons Saints might be a oh man fest. We don't know what's gonna happen there. Kirk Cousins in with um Penix out for the season. Drake London is out. Um, so Falcons are not looking so hot, but the Saints are not good. So might actually be a competitive game. Might actually be a competitive game. Bucks and Rams will probably be a very good game. Hopefully so. Looks like it's at Los Angeles at SoFi. So hopefully that'll be a good one. The game's about to get started, so we'll get commentating in a second. Finally, Panthers 49ers. Bryce Young coming off career game. Brock Purdy back in action. Hopefully that will be fireworks as well. That would be nice. That would be nice to see. Alrighty, let's see. Let's go, Houston. Cole says, "Let's go, Houston." I'm good with that. I mean, I, I'm cool uh, seeing a good game. I don't have a dog in this. That I don't need Josh Allen to win or nothing. So I just hope for good football. Let's just hope for some good football. No 7-10 like the Raiders. No 7-10. Let's get it. Let's get it here. All right. So Houston versus the Bills. Bills defer the toss. And so Bills will be kicking off. This is at Houston. We are in Houston here for this game. Um, so nice indoor uh weather and things like that. The kickoff gets run back to about the 21-yard line. And so here we go. We got Davis Mills starting. CJ Stroud is still out. CJ Stroud is still out. So Davis Mills is 2-0. 2-0 with his two starts here. Yes, relying heavily on that defense. That Houston Texans defense is nice. But Davis Mills is 4 touchdowns versus 1 interception. So he is doing well. So let's see what happens here. We got the game going and nothing there on first down. Nothing there on first down. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10. And as we do this, let's get these guys set up here. We got to get all of our player cards updated. Sorry guys, should have done this earlier. But here we go. We got Davis Mills taking the field, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Here he goes. Shotgun formation, handoff on 2nd and 10. And big hole gain for about 6-ish. And I can't tell which one that was. So split action between Nick Chubb and Woody Marks. So we'll see if somebody takes charge of the backfield here. Here we go. 3rd and 4 after a gain of about 6. Empty backfield. Shotgun formation. Empty backfield. And shotgun snap is off. Bills looking, firing deep. And incomplete. Crowd wants a flag. Jaden Higgins was the targeted intended receiver. There's a little bit of hand fighting, a little bit of action, but not enough to draw the flag. Both guys hand fighting a bit, and the ref decided nope, not enough for the flag. So this will be 4th down, and the Bills will be taken over here. So Kick is up. Kick is off. Bob, how are you? How are you, Bob? Should I drop Gainwell or Myers if Benson is back? Thanks. Um, by Myers, I assume that that's Jacoby Myers. Um, or is it the tight end from the Raiders, or which Mares is this? So I'm not sure the rules of your league, right, Bob? I'm not sure the rules of your league, but I assume what you're asking me is uh Jacoby, Jacoby Myers. Okay. What I assume you're asking me is right now you have Trey Benson in an IR spot, and so you're gonna have to move them into your what's it called? Into your either your lineup or your bench. This is what I'm assuming. So correct me if I'm wrong. And so what I would do, depending on the makeup of your league, is a lot most leagues, as long as you don't make a move, the roster can stay stagnant even when the player comes off of IR. Um, and if as long as you make a decision by the allotted time in the rules of your league, um, I don't think you necessarily have to make it on that first minute. You just can't change your roster. So the reason I bring that up is tomorrow is Friday, right? And the reports will come out. And so Gainwell is pretty much only valuable if Jalen Warren is going to miss time, right? Okay, so I am right on that. So yeah, so he's only going to be Gainwell is only going to be valuable if Warren misses time, right? So let's say Jalen Warren gets marked as full participant in practice or something like that, then that's where I would say, Gainwell makes sense to drop. I think jury is still out on Jacoby Myers, and I don't think he's necessarily gonna be uh, you know, wide receiver too, but we're looking at both of these guys as depth on our bench. Um, right, depth on our bench. And I you know, I forgot your roster build, Bob, but depend you can make the decision almost depending on what you would need to throw in as a backup, right? If you're got ample running backs and uh Gainwell's not going to play, then drop him, right? Or if you got ample wide receivers and it's not going to play, drop Myers. If all things were the same and you're looking up, let's say, a backup flex, um, you know, to me, you're pretty much only going to hit with Gainwell if something happens to Warren, right? It's already kind of happened before where once Warren came back, all the work went back to Warren. You look at the yards per carry on Gainwell, and to me, he's not necessarily a stellar runner. A lot of these pop off games were like breakaway touchdowns off of passes, right? Which means it could still happen because it happened in multiple games. Um, so don't get me wrong, but that work only happened when something happened to Warren, right? Um, versus Myers, while he's stepping into a situation where I don't think he's going to step into 10 targets a game, but you could project maybe, five to seven, as the Jags are a pass heavy team. So he might have some value uh, in pinch situations, more so like, right? Like, let's say your flex gets hurt or something like that next week and you needed to throw one of these guys in. To me, I feel like there's more situations where Myers gets work because Gainwell's if Warren is not there, it's a smash play for Gainwell, right? You're gonna take Gainwell over Myers any day, anytime. It's just is Warren healthy, and I think unless you got to double check your league rules, right? But most leagues you should be able to uh, wait on this decision until tomorrow. I could be wrong. You could have specific rules in your league that is different, but you should be able to even uh, wait on this. Um, but again, I could be wrong because every league is different. But if you could wait until that, um, what's it called? If you could wait until the report comes out on Jalen Warren from tomorrow's practice, I would wait. I hope that makes sense. Hopefully that was helpful. Let me know if or if not. But much love to you and your team, Bob. Um, appreciate the question. Drop a like, guys, if you can. Looks like Bills, Texans 50-50 right now for who people think will win this game. You're welcome. You're welcome, Bob. You are welcome. Hopefully that was helpful. All right. So we got the Texans trying to make a stand here. Trying to make a stand. And we got 3rd and 8 for Josh Allen. And he's going quick pass, trying to set it up. They got the edge and they got the first down. That looked like Ty Johnson coming out of the backfield, getting the quick pass, setting up the screen. And they get the first down. All right. We're building our player cards right now, guys. Hopefully, Nico Collins can score. Wait, I'm not playing against Nico Collins, right? I could say that. um, all right, we got close to midfield. Close to midfield are the Buffalo. All right. Did they get the first down? You have Nico? Okay, I will root for Nico for you, Cole. I will root because I don't think I'm playing him. No, I'm not playing him. Wait, am I playing him? I don't think I'm playing him. No, I am not playing him, so we are good. We are good. We are good. We are good. So yes, we can root for you for Nico Collins, which means the Bills are gonna have to score to make you guys make the Houston Texans have to throw the football. So you're gonna want the Bills to score, even if you need it for Nico. All right, so Nico is there. Um, let's see who else. Oh, that's right, I had Chub. All right, so we got 3rd and inches right now. Under center is Josh Allen, man in motion. Handoff to Cook, and he breaks free up the middle, and he's taking it to the house. He is taking it to the house. And there you go. Here, we got to get Nico Collins off the field. You got James Cook breaking away for that touchdown. There you go. All the James Cook owners must have much love there. Wow. Who would have thought on this good defense would they be able to set up this play to get James Cook a breakaway touchdown and takes it to the house. He takes it to the house. Celebrations. Touchdown. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. James Cook, breakaway touchdown. Boom. And there you go. The Bills are up on the board first, and they are up 7-0. There you go. There you go. All right. Bills versus Texans. Oh, wait, the extra point is missed. The extra point is missed. So this is what we're at. We are at 6-0. There is not the 7. Wow. Wow. Did not expect that, I don't think. So let's get this score updated. James Cook breakaway touchdown, setting things up nicely for the Bills on the first drive. Touchdown against a great defense of the Houston Texans. But James Cook making a statement, breakaway touchdown. There we go. Bob says you're trying to trade Hurts and Pitts for Warren and Henderson. I have May, but no chance. Probably, that's tough. Is that Tyler Warren? That's Tyler Warren. That's probably that's probably too rich for that person. But you can always try, right? Oh, that's right, Bob. You were always debating Hertz versus May. That is right. You do have double value there. Um, yeah, that might be a tough shot. What's the real hope in this? Is the real hope to upgrade? Like when you look at why you were trying to make this trade, was the more important thing for you to upgrade your tight end to Warren, or was it trying to get the upside of Henderson? Because, like, the reason this trade probably feels like no chance for the other person is they're taking a downgrade, if that's Tyler Warren, to Kyle Pitts. Um, and that perceived value of Hurts over their current quarterback is probably not worth it for that difference, plus Travion Henderson, who has upside. But if you focus in on one of those players, like what's the real goal here, right? Is the goal to upgrade the tight end position for your playoffs, or is it the upside of Henderson? Because I think you could probably make it work in some way, shape, or form. But both of those two guys together, unless you upgrade Pitts' value to something higher, that's why I think it's a tough shot. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm not sure if that gave you any ideas or not, but that's my thought on it. Hope that makes sense. All right. I forgot to make a Woody Marks card, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So hopefully Woody Marks scores. All right, here we go. Here we go. Lock this. This is done. All right. So kickoff is happening. You have CMC and Achan and Swift. Pitts is your only tight end. Okay. Um, I think so. So then, maybe you're trying to then upgrade your tight end position, and you don't stretch for Henderson in that sense, and can target somebody lower that they would be almost throwing to the waiver wire. Right, because you look at a 2-for-1 trade, and the other person's always going to have to throw somebody away. So if you could take one of their bottom two or three rather than Travion Henderson, who at this point, people aren't going to uh sell low on Travion Henderson. They're happy at this point, right? So let's look at the tight ends, right? So um you're probably looking for people with two tight ends, right? But Trey McBride's probably too expensive. Maybe you could get Travis Kelce. He's number two, but he maybe he's too expensive for the value. You just talked about Tyler Warren. There's Jake Ferguson. Um, so for the value of Jalen Hurts, you're probably looking in that range. I don't know if people are moving off Trey McBride. That's probably hard to get somebody to move off of. Maybe Kittle, but he just had a blow up game. So maybe Travis Kelce, Tyler Warren, Jake Ferguson. Those are probably your like safest, quote unquote, to upgrade in the tight end position. Obviously try for Trey McBride, but that's gonna be tough because he's been so good. Um he has Kelsey and Warren. Oh, well, if he has both of them, then I- I'm sure you could make something work. Pitts to him at that point is not value, right? Um, so like if he both has both Kelsey and Warren, like throwing him Pitts isn't gonna make him want to do the trade anymore to get Henderson, right? But you know, you do something of lower value, I'm pretty sure you could probably get Tyler Warren or Travis Kelsey. Because there's you both have stale value, or you both have value that the other person. I mean, I don't know if he needs a quarterback or not, but let's say he needs a quarterback. He does no good holding two tight ends. So if he needs some type of quarterback help, uh, he should be willing to let go of one of those guys. Um, and based on your roster, upgrading from Pitts to a premium tight end is probably going to do more for you than upgrading Swift to Travion Henderson, let's say. Um, right? Yes, Travion has the league winning upside if Ramondre gets hurt, but if he's in a split backfield, um, you know, upgrading from Swift is not the craziest upgrade, right? Woody Marks breaking free for a first down. I hope that makes sense, Bob. Let me know if that helped, or if not. Drop a like, guys, if you can. Much love to all you and your teams and everybody participating. Cole says, Riptide says, Davis Mills might be better than CJ Stroud. I know. It's kind of crazy, right? It is kind of crazy how like in these past 3 games he's low key actually looked pretty good. He's actually looked pretty good and made the team actually look really good. So you might be right. I'm not totally against that thought that Davis Mills is making this offense actually look a little better. Woody Marks, is he going to break free for the touchdown? Oh, he's short. First down, though. Benzo says, should you trade Jefferson in Singletary for Achan? I would do that. If you're saying you're giving up Jefferson and Singletary for Achan, I would do that. If I had ample wide receivers, right? Um, and Justin Jefferson is a slight headache to me. Should I flex, Michael Pittman or Justin Jefferson? I don't know exactly what wide receivers you have, but somewhere in that range, right, where it's like you're constantly debating between Justin Jefferson. Um, and you can go to Achan, or like if you were gonna had Jefferson in your flex and you're gonna put Achan now in your flex or something like that. 100% I would do this trade. Um, Achan is gonna be fantastic rest of the season as long as he's healthy. You look at the left side of the screen here, and he's the number 3.5 point PPR flex player per per game. So total points scored. So yes, 100%. I would I would definitely take a chance. Hope that helped. Drop a like if you can. Much appreciated, Benzo, for your thought. But yes, I would definitely take that trade. I would definitely take a chance. He has the Cardinals quarterback. I can't believe he won't trade it. The last week sucks. Oh, he has Brissett. That's because Brissett is randomly doing well. Your only receivers are Rice, Jefferson, and BTJ. Oh, I would not do it in that case. Oh man, that sucks. Um, that how deep is your league? How deep is your league? And then what does the rest of your roster look like? But I can't I can't condone BTJ as a wide receiver too. What does your waiver look like there must be zero wide receivers out there. Like if I had anybody in a wide receiver two position, I would do the trade. But the reason I the reason I can't I have a hard time condoning this is because how do we know what Brian Thomas is gonna do for the rest of the year? You know what I mean? Um like is he gonna always be questionable and potentially not play many games left? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. You're a 10 man. Your running backs are Genty, Swift, Jones, and Tracy. All right. I mean, all right. So I guess in that case, I would make two moves, right? If somebody's okay, if somebody is willing to give you Achan for that, that is very good value. So I would take it, right? But then I would have to do something else on your roster to to get some type of wide receiver, right? So like you would have to then trade like Swift for like a wide receiver. Um if all because if all it's if it's a 10 man, I feel like there has to be some type of receivers on the wire. No. Um but let's say let's say there's not, right? Um and you take Achan, right? Then it's like, can you roll Achan and Swift rest of season, and then trade Genty for you know like a Lad McConkey or Michael Pittman, Chris Olave, uh, somebody. Um, I have a hard time. Like I feel like your team, if you keep your team as is, right, and you're rolling out Rashi Rice, Justin Jefferson, and then Genty, Swift, and either BTJ or Aaron Jones, like I feel like okay, you could make playoffs and you might be competitive in that first round, but in a 10-team league, I have a hard time visualizing that team winning, right? Unless Jefferson just all of a sudden becomes number one wide receiver. I don't know if Cole can condone that thought process, but I have a hard time saying that. But if you flip that for Achan, I could see a path if you can, move either Genty or Swift as well to then get a receiver of that team potentially having a threat at the championship, right? So, um, between Genty and Swift, whoever holds higher value in someone else's eyes, right, to be able to, get someone of a wide receiver to value to back up Rashi Rice, that would make sense to me. Um, tight end, you have Kelsey and Gadsden. That's why I feel like I have to make a move for the playoffs. Okay. Yeah. So I like that move. And then I don't know if there's a way to if your league's not tight end premium, right? Then you can roll with Kelsey and maybe package like Gadsden plus uh Gadsden plus Jones, or Gadsden plus Swift, or package it in a way to get a wide receiver. So I would look at the teams that are deep at wide receiver, and most leagues are what, two wide receivers and a flex. Tell me if yours is different, right? But then if they have, let's say, like four solid wide receivers and they're always sitting somebody, maybe target that team for one of their mid-tier wide receivers, right? For a wide receiver, solid wide receiver two, and you might have to give up a combination of that running back, um, BTJ and or Gadsden or something like that. But you would be looking for a more solid wide receiver too, right? Um, let's see. If I pull this up on this season, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If you're like locked and loaded into playoffs already, maybe Drake London since he's injured, right? Maybe somebody's willing to move off him since he's injured. Chris Olave, maybe somebody can move off Romo Dunze for cheap. Michael Pittman had a down game. Um, Depends on how Nico Collins does tonight. Lad McConkey. Um, Jalen Waddle while he's on bye right now. Um, had a down week too, Jalen Waddle. Somewhere in that range um, is what I'd be looking at, Benzo. I hope that makes sense. Hope that helps. Much love to you and your team. Drop any other thoughts in there. But I do think that Achan, is the more value in that trade. You just have to figure out a way to get another wide receiver um, depth. Think you'll flip Genty for Lad and see if you can get Achan trade. Nice, yeah. That'd be interesting. So much love to you, Benzo. Hopefully that helps. Drop a like if you can. You are much welcome. Celebrations to you and your team. Hopefully you make playoffs and wish you to win your league, Benzo. Much appreciated. All right. Let's see. We got field goal that was good for Houston that I missed 6-3. And the Bills now have the ball again. So here we go. Bills with the ball, 3rd and 6. Taking the snap, dropping back. Allen scrambling, and he gets sacked. He gets sacked, and he's holding his hand. Uh-oh, Josh Allen is in pain on the ground. Hopefully he is okay. Hopefully he is okay. That is not good to see. It looks like something happened to his hand, and they are showing Mitch Trubisky. So what happens here? Oh man, I know he don't look good, huh? That does not look good. Hopefully he's okay. He definitely looks like he's in a lot of pain. Um, okay, well he's walking off on his own strength. So 4th and 4. They are gonna have to punt. Hopefully he gets looked at here and gets some medical attention. Um, and he's okay. Hopefully he is okay. But that was scary. That is scary to see franchise quarterback go down like that. So they're punting from their own end zone almost. Here it goes. Kick is up. And fielded. Fair catch around the 35-yard line. So here we go. It is 6-3 after Josh Allen gets sacked. He holds on to the football though, which is important, right? Big thing to hold on to the football in that situation. So we will see Houston take over here. Houston's going to take over. They scored a field goal on their last trip. Sure, he'll be fine. Yeah, he looks all right. He looks okay. He looks like he walked off in his own power. So didn't look like he was holding the hand too hard, so hopefully he's good. Hopefully he's good, but the Bills are winning 6-3. Bills are winning 6-3 here. Bills are winning 6-3. And let's see. What else is going on? So we answered all those questions. Appreciate everybody. Thanks to everyone dropping questions and comments. All right, we actually got a couple people thinking the Texans are gonna win tonight. Rooting for the Texans. Rooting for the Texans. Let's see if what we got here. Texans defense. Josh Allen. Josh Allen. All right, and we got, there we go. Let's see. Nothing there. All right, let's look at the top scores per position. Top scores per position for this year. Travis Etienne. Travis Etienne. Let me take that practice. Interesting. Need to start feeding Nico. All right, here we go. We'll do the Nico dance for you. The celebrations on the Nico dance. Here we go. Celebrating for Nico. Let's see. Here we go. Handoff. It is roughly 3 yards on the run. Adam, how are you? Would I trade away Amon-Ra and Charbonnet for Bijan and Hampton? I mean, if I was good at wide receiver, I would do that in a heartbeat. If I was good at wide receiver, I would do that. But if I was going to be playing a scrub as a wide receiver, I would not do it. Here's the kind of, I guess, the logic behind it. You have JSN and Rice. Then yes, because you got two wide receiver ones still, right? JSN and Rice. So I don't know the makeup of your league, if it's three wide receiver or two wide receiver and a flex, or what the makeup is, but I'm gonna speak based on most leagues build-ups of two wide receivers and a flex, right? So let's say your league's a PPR too, not sure. You got JSN and Rice locked and loaded. You got Amon-Ra in your flex position, right? I don't know who your running backs are. But like if that's where you're at, and now you get rid of uh um Amon-Ra, you're probably not playing Charbonnet, right? And so when you get Bijan, most likely you're slotting Bijan into your RB2 position or your flex. And Bijan versus Amon-Ra, while I would say, are both very good at football. You just look at the points per game of Bijan on the left side of my screen, right? Being 18.6 points per game, Amon-Ra 15.5. So you're upgrading 3 points in a flex scenario. Your running backs are Kyron, Bucky, Charbonnet, Kamara. Yeah, so then you're gonna be rolling out basically Bijan and Kyron, right? And then you're gonna have Bucky or Hampton in your flex. So if you if you don't do this trade, right? If you don't do this trade, then you're going to be rolling out Kyron and hopefully Bucky. I have Bucky and I'm hoping, right? But if not, Charbonnet. And then you're going to be rolling out most likely JSN Rice and Amon-Ra, right? Like I said in the flex. But then you take the trade and now you're rolling in Kyron plus Bijan, right? And then let's say you throw Bucky or Hampton into that flex versus Amon-Ra, you gain points, right? No matter how you look at it, you should gain in this trade based on the value you have. I really like it. I think it's a great trade for what value you have versus what you need. So I would take that, Adam. Great trade. Much love to you, celebrations, and love to you to be able to get this trade. I would do it. I I would do it. Hopefully that helps you. Let me know if not, if you disagree, if you have any other hesitations on why you wouldn't do the trade. But I think it works for how I'm visualizing it. But let me know if you have any other hesitations, Adam. Cole says the Houston punter goated. Did he? I didn't see it because I was kind of commentating, but it looked like he downed them basically in like right against the goal line. And yes, he did. He got them down to the 5, so they're now on the 6-yard line, 2nd and 9. So Josh Allen's basically operating out of his own end zone right now. Uh, Dropping back, looking, firing, open man, easy first down. Easy first down. So we got first down there. 1st and 10. Now off of the goal line. Got plenty of room now. Was running a kind of like a go route up the side. Stop, turn around. Boom. Josh Allen hitting him straight where he needs it. Josh Allen and team now on the 28-yard line, 1st and 10. 7 seconds on the play clock. Handoff, James Cook up the middle. Gain of about 6. So we have the Bills driving it again right now. Bills driving the football. And it looks like we are at the end of the first quarter. So we're taking this to the end of the first quarter right now. With the Bills having the ball. So great trade, Adam. Hopefully that helps you win your league. I think that's good. Hopefully you got another wide receiver too, though, just for a little bit of depth. But even if not, then you could take Kamara probably and flip him for a wide receiver. But yes, I like that trade. I definitely like that trade. Hopefully we can get you some targets there, Cole. We need to get you some targets. It's not looking like they're really looking for Collins yet. We look at the box scores of this game. Josh Allen, 6 for 8, 49 yards. James Cook with the breakaway touchdown, 45-yard touchdown, so he has 62 yards. Josh Allen spread the ball out. Gabe Davis for the longest reception, 22 yards. And the ball just spread out to 5 different receivers on those 6 completions. On the Texan side, Davis Mills is only 1 for 8. Woody Marks has 38 yards on the ground. And Jaden Higgins has the only reception. No targets yet for Nico Collins. So we shall say. Hello, now he's saying, what about Rome and Hampton for St. Brown? Oh man. I like the other one better. I don't know. I don't think I would do this one. Um, I don't think I would do that because while Hampton is projected to come back, that's still projected, right? Um, that offensive line is kind of hurt. So Hampton's, playing going to be kind of like Ashton Genty, right? In a sense, where would be playing behind a bad offensive line. Um, and then St. Brown is a lock and loaded. Even if you throw him in your flex, right? You'd rather have him in your flex than Rome. Um, and then when it comes to Hampton versus St. Brown in the flex, I think that's close enough of the upside. Like you really look at what's his name? Amon Ra. Look, these are the top flex players on the year, right? So you got Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey, Devon Achane, Bijan, J. Mark Gibbs, Jackson Smith, James Cook, Josh Jacobs, George Pickens, Puka. So there's only 10 players who average more points a game than Amon Ra St. Brown. And while uh Jameson Williams is coming up, you know, yes, Hampton, kind of got up there a little bit, but uh it's proven game after game for Brown. And then you're basically taking two gambles for St. Brown. So I would not do that. The if any way, shape, or form Bijan was the player to target in that trade situation, um, for that. And with your roster build, it's almost I'm almost at the point, and you can disagree here, where almost any of those receivers for Bijan in your roster build might be helpful. I know it's super hard to give away JSN, um, but you have three of the best receivers, and you know you would be to me you would basically be relying on Bucky to come back to win the championship, right? Because you would have to roll Kyron and Bucky. Kamara, I have a hard time seeing being on a championship team besides a flex position. Um, so I feel like maybe this guy's not the right team, but I like what you're trying to do getting Bijan. I think that one made sense. Hampton is too much of a dice roll to me, as Cole or Rip says below. He says it's not worth it. I don't think it's worth it either. I would not do it. I would not do it for I would not do trade for Rome. But yes, Rip. Yes, Cole. I definitely see James Cook breaking free for some runs. I would not have expected that against this Houston defense, but explosive plays. So let's see what they could do here on 3rd and 3. Let's see what they could do here for 3rd and 3. Got 12 minutes, 40 seconds left in the second quarter. You have 3rd and 3. The Buffalo Bills are up 6-3 under center. Snap taken. Allen finding his man. Can he beat him to the edge? No. No, they cannot. It is going to be 4th down. And the Bills might be going for it, but the Texans forced a 4th down here. That was great defense. They're trying to set up a quick pass on the sideline, for the running back, but quickly found out. So 4th and 2 here now. The Bills are going for it across midfield on the 37-yard line. They're going for it here on 4th and 2. Snap is taken. Allen looking, firing, finding his man. And 1st down. Ty Johnson catching the football there. 1st down. 1st down. Wow. That was a nice pass and a nice catch. That was nice. You got the running back leaking out, catching the pass like a wide receiver. Ball handed off, swallowed up in the backfield for a loss. Trying to go right back to Ty Johnson. Nothing there. Tackled for a loss. He just got straight through that offensive line. Just got right through the gap. And 2nd and 12 after a loss of 2. 2nd and 12 after a loss of 2. Here we go. 10 minutes, 40 seconds left in the game. 16-yard line. Josh Allen in a shotgun formation. James Cook back in the game. Looking, scrambling, getting sacked. It's going to be 3rd and a mile after that sack. Man, 2 great plays by Houston's defense to bring the pressure. Breaking through on 1st down, stopping the run in the backfield for a loss of 2. Now a sack for a loss of close to 10. So it'll probably be like 3rd and 20. Let's see what this ends up being. 3rd and 22. Yeah, loss of 10 on that sack. So it's going to be 3rd and 22. Josh Allen's got an empty backfield right now. All right, here he goes. Josh Allen. Looking. Dodging a sack, looking, firing, and incomplete. So 4th and 22 now. It's going to a field goal at this point. So we'll see if the field goal is good, but that was great defense by the Houston Texans. After giving up a couple big plays, they locked down on the red zone defense and are forcing a field goal now. So here we go. 4th and 22. 44-yard field goal attempt. Bills are taking a 44-yard field goal attempt. Here goes. Snap is off. Kick is up. And kick is good. The kick is good. So the Bills are now up 9-0. The Bills are up 9-0. So here we go. Or 9-3. Sorry, 9-3, not 9-0. 9-3. Bills are up. And they will be punting off to the Texans. Punting off to the Texans. Hopefully, the Texans can move the ball on this one. Try to keep it a close game, competitive game. It's been some good defenses. Offense is stalling out a little bit here and there. So hopefully we can get something going on this drive. Hopefully they could get something going here on this drive. All right. So we got the score updated. Let's see what else is good to call out. What else is good to call out for this week? Where are the games at? Where are the games at? Isaiah Pacheco might be back. Isaiah Pacheco back for this first game. Isaiah Pacheco. Is he playing? He's questionable, limited at practice. Okay, he might be back. Josh Jacobs might be limited. Let's see if they end up giving Kenneth Walker more reps after his great game last week. Yeah, we shall see. All right. What else? Let's look at the rushing defenses. So who's got the best matchups this week? For this week, Woody Marks and Chub were supposed to have a good game here. Jamar Gibbs and David Montgomery against the Giants. Kenneth Walker against the Titans. All right, here we go with the kickoff. Here we go with the kickoff. All right, kick is up. And they're fielding this kick, running it back. Get to about the 23-yard line. Bills defense stops it. So here we go with the Bills defense being one of the best matchups to run against. So let's see. Texans haven't really done much here yet. Let's see if they can get something going on this drive. Woody Marks does have a couple nice runs. Let's see if keep the momentum going in this drive. So we got Woody Marks in the backfield. Davis Mills under center. Here he goes. All right. And pass taken, drop back firing. And there you go, Nico Collins. Cole says Nico. Yes, celebrations to you, my man. There you go. First good one, and that is good to see. Nico Collins getting some work in. That was good play there. So Nico Collins getting hit. First down. All right, here we go. First and 10 after that Nico Collins catch. 47-yard line. Play action. Looking. Scrambling for it himself. Gain of about 4. Davis Mills. And he's grabbing his face mask, signaling that somebody grabbed his face mask. There is a flag on the field. So let's see what this flag ends up giving it to. Yep, grab the face mask. You could definitely see it. See what they call. Personal foul with the face mask. They did call it. They did call it. So there we go. There we go. Face mask. So first and 10. Houston's going to have some mighty nice field position now. Should be across midfield after that face mask. Maybe close to the 40-yard line around there. Let's see where they're at. All right, 33-yard line. Here we go, under center. Signaling run. Play action. Got an end around. Let's see, he's got some space. Oh, but stuffed. So gain of about 5 on that play. Gain of about 4 or 5 on that play. It'll be second down. 8 minutes left. That was Houston faking the run. Got some space there, but met by the safety. Second and 5. Here we go. 28-yard line. Looking, firing. And, oh, so close, but not there. Third and 5. They're intending A pass play to Jaden Higgins, but he had his man beat. Pass was up, but it hit the defender in the back of the head that was covering him. If pass was a little bit, you know, higher, more behind, but maybe the receiver could have made a play on it, but it was decently well defended. Good play, just well defended. So 3rd and 5, here it goes. Shotgun, pitch forward, and he might be a yard short of the first down. So try a little pitch trick play to get some space up the middle. And it's about a yard and a half short of the first down. So it's going to be 4th down here. 7 minutes left in this second quarter. Offense is staying on the field. It is 4th and 1. Let's see if they just try to draw them off sides or they actually go for this. We're here on the 24-yard line. Here, snap is off, handoff, and Woody Marks gets the first down and more. It looked like he was going to get stopped short, actually, but this Bills defense, being one of the worst rushing defenses in the game, could not hold Woody Marks back. And instead of a tackle for a loss, it's a gain of about 5, and he's got the first down here. He's got the first down, and his team is in the red zone. So the Houston Texans, who are down 9-3 right now, have a chance to score here. And let's see if they can get it into the end zone. Inside the red zone here on the 18-yard line. Here we go. Looking, firing. And the pass was almost caught. But we had Dalton Schultz as the intended target in the end zone. Went off the back of the defender's head. But almost. A touchdown there. It was a good play. That was seriously a really good play. Just defender's arm got in it right in the way. So 2nd and 10 here. Faking the handoff, looking downfield, firing. And there's a flag on the play. Intended receiver was Nico Collins. And it's looking like some type of illegal contact or pass interference on the Bills. We'll see what it is. It's an illegal contact on the defense. So it's going to be an automatic first down and a 5-yard penalty, bringing the Houston Texans very close to the green zone. They should be close to the 10-yard line here. 6 minutes left in this first half. Play was intended pass play, and they just held the man up a little too much off the line. So here we go, 1st and 10. Houston down 3-9, 13-yard line, pitch backwards, trying to set up the screen, looking for it, going back the other way and breaking free, getting the first down. So original play was broken down and ended up running it back the opposite direction, which looked like it was going to be a huge loss, like a loss of about maybe 5 yards, ended up turning it into about 10 yards for a first down. And we had a nice little first down there on 1st and 10. So now here we go, 1st and goal within the 5. Oh no, it's 2nd and 1. They did not give him the first down. 2nd and 1 on the 4. 2nd and 1 on the 4. And here you go. Pitch backwards to Woody Marks. Got back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd down. Nothing there. Tried to bounce to the outside. Nothing there. It's going to be 3rd and 1 again. 3rd and 1 again. So here we go. 3rd and 1. Down 9-3. 4 seconds left on the play clock. Gonna probably call a timeout here. Yep, timeout is taken. Wait, no. I don't know what's going on. The play call was all screwed up. Looks like they're calling a timeout. So we shall see what ends up happening. So Nico Collins has 2.9. All right, so they added time back on the clock. I guess there was a confusion or something. Added time back on the clock. So 5 minutes and 4 seconds left. 3rd and 1. All right, here we go. 3rd and 1. Here comes under center, handoff, run up the middle, got the first down. Got the first down. 1st and goal. All right, here we go. Here we go. If I were the Texans, I would imagine they're just going to keep running the ball up the gut with Woody Marks. It does not look like Buffalo has an answer. But now they put in Nick Chubb. So, of course, he's about to vulture the touchdown because it's Nick Chubb. Here it goes. Chubb stuffed at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal. Nothing there. Nothing there. 2nd and goal. 4 minutes left. All right, here they go. 2nd and goal. Shotgun formation. They're going quick. Looking for it. Firing in the end zone. Finding the open man. And that's a touchdown for Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk with the touchdown. Davis Mills. Let's go, Houston Texans. Throwing the touchdown to Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk playing in off the slot. And nobody picks him up off of the line. And he just has wide open in the end zone for a touchdown. Look at that. There you go. Touchdown. Davis Mills. Woo, touchdown. Touchdown. Rip. Mr. Cole says W. W for a win. W for a win for the Texans taking the lead. Texans are in the lead right now. After the extra point, the Texans have the lead. Let's go. Let's go. All right. All right. I like it. I like it. So the Texans are up 10-9 against the Bills. They are up 10-9 against the Bills. I know this is still the first half. I know it's still the first half. But who would have thought the Texans would be leading at any point this game, right? And so there you go. You got the Texans up 10-9 against the Bills. All right. So Texans are up 10-9. The Bills will be taken over here on this kickoff. And the Bills should get the first play back. So the Bills might have 2 drives here back to back. They might be able to end the game on this drive on the first half. And then when the second half starts, I believe the Bills do get the ball since they deferred. So we'll see what the Bills can do to maximize their possessions right here at the turn of the half. All right, there we go. Score is updated. All right, so it will be very interesting to see. This will be the end of the first half. Wow. Get the spam out the chat. Look at all the spam out this chat. Spam out the chat. All right. That is gone. That is gone. All right, here we go. Here we go. Maybe the last drive of the half. We'll see if Buffalo can make this happen or if they're going to send it right back. Send it right back to the opposing team. We shall see. So here we go. Here we go. Houston is up 10-9, kicking off with 3 minutes 47 seconds left in this first half. Up 10-9, Houston against the Buffalo Bills. So here we go. Kick is off. And here they go, running it back up the left side. Not much there. Out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. So Ray Davis. Ray Davis. All right. So here we go. Houston's defense taking the field against Josh Allen and all right. Here they go. 25-yard line. Josh Allen looking, firing, and intercepted. Intercepted. No way. There's flags. But for now, it's an interception for a touchdown. We'll see what the calls on the field are. No way. Okay, no touchdown. There was an illegal block, but there was an interception. Interception. So Josh Allen looking for his man, and the defensive back read it, turned around, knocked it in the air, and one of the other defensive backs, looked like the safety, was able to then pick off the pass. Cole's like, let's go, Houston. I know. Holy smokes. Interception back in the red zone opportunity. Whoa, what is going on in this game, right? What is going on in this game? So there was a illegal block penalty, so they are not going to be on the red zone right away. They're going to be backed up about 15 yards from the spot of the foul, I think. So not sure where the spot of the foul was, but they will probably be backed up a little bit. All right, 30-yard line. That's where they're at. 30-yard line. So here they go. Running the football. Nowhere to go. Swallowed up in the backfield. Loss of about 2. Looking for Nick Chubb. Nothing there. It's going to be second down and about 12. Dang. So Josh Allen, ball tipped up in the air. And unfortunately intercepted. Unfortunately intercepted. Here we go. Davis Mills in a shotgun formation in second and 12. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the half. Snap is taken, looking, firing, finding his man. Tackled for a loss again. It's going to be third down and long. So it's looking like the Bills will actually get the ball back, even if Houston takes a field goal or something here. They'll still be on the north side of the 2-minute warning on this play call. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left, 16 seconds on the play clock. Third and 17. So this third down is going to go before the 2-minute warning. Here we go. Third and 17, 37-yard line. Snap is taken, dropping back, firing over the middle, finding his man, and gets it back close to the first down is Nico Collins. It's going to be 4th down, but they should probably just take the points here. It's the 2-minute warning, and they'll have an opportunity for a field goal here. They'll have an opportunity for a field goal after the 2-minute warning. But crazy play right there for Josh Allen to unfortunately take an interception. Josh Allen getting intercepted there. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So we'll see what he can do on the first play after the 2-minute warning, but much celebrations, I guess, to the Houston fans. Shout out, as Cole says. Let's go, Houston. We'll see. We shall see. It's really looking like they have a chance. It's really looking like they have a chance right now. So we'll see if they can keep this up. Headed into this final drive, most likely, of the half. We'll stream till the half and see everybody again Sunday. Hopefully. Let's see, we got Josh Allen having a tough time. Josh Allen having a tough time. Where is Nico Collins? 4.6. So Nico Collins at 4.6 now. Let's see what they end up taking. Are they going to take the field goal? Are they going to go for it? Probably take the field goal, right? Not sure what their philosophy is going to be here. I would imagine you have to take the field goal, though. I mean, do you trust that offense to convert this 4th down on 4th and maybe 3? So we shall see what they decide to do, but I imagine they're going to kick the field goal and try to make the Bills play a long field to try to score any more points after this 2-minute warning. So we shall see. We shall see. Here they go. Here they go. So, field goal set up, 43-yard field goal attempt. All right. Snap is off. Kick is up. And kick is good. So there you go. Kick is good. Kick is good. All right. So we got a ball game. We got a ball game. 13-9. Buffalo's ball. 13-9, but Buffalo's ball. Just shy of 2 minutes left. So Josh Allen has the full 2-minute drill to make something happen. We all know Josh Allen can make a lot happen in a short amount of time. So hopefully this is exciting here and he does something. Something to bring some excitement back into this. So let's see what he can do. Here comes the kickoff. We'll see what kind of field position he's got. But here we go. Kickoff is up. And here we go. Running it back. Oh no. Oh my goodness. And the Bills. What? What just happened? Touchdown by what? Special teams. No. Cole's like, yo, what just happened, yo? What just happened, guys? Come on. Come on. What does everybody got to say about that one? What does everybody got to say about that one? I'm speechless. I am speechless. My eyes are like this. What just happened? Ray Davis ran it back for a touchdown? Oh my God. How did that just happen? Oh, Cole's like, how did that happen? That was crazy. What just happened? Oh my. And Josh Allen didn't have to do anything. He didn't have to do anything. Oh my God. That was so crazy. Oh my goodness. He just bounced off his own guy and was just right place, right time. Nobody could make the play. Right place, right time. Takes it to the house for a touchdown. That is so crazy. I don't even know what to say. That is so, so crazy. What just happened? What just happened? Look at that. I'm speechless. All right, I updated the score, guys. I can't believe that just happened. All right, well, looks like Houston has a chance to score again. Oh my goodness. Who would have thought playing Buffalo's defense would get you something? But it did. But it did. Wow. So we got Buffalo's defense scoring a touchdown. That is crazy. More Collins receiving this half. Well, actually, that's the positive for you to look at, right, Cole? Because now you're in the 2-minute drill. This is where you can get your receiving yards. So here we go. Dropping back, firing. Gain of about 8. Bob says, should I drop Jacoby Myers or Gainwell if Benson comes back this week? Wait, I thought we discussed this, Bob. If Benson comes back, you were gonna wait to see if Jalen Warren is hurt and out to play Gainwell. Um, depending on Nico Collins for a catch, but he looks hurt. Oh no, he's hurt though. He's hurt. So if you could wait for that, I would wait for that to make that decision. Gainwell's only going to be valuable if Warren is hurt and Gainwell gets the start. Um, Jacoby Myers' value still has potential ceiling upside if Brian Thomas Jr. misses extendable time and or he just gets used more. That offense throws a lot of passes, so not sure if that makes sense. Hopefully that helps you, Bob. But let me know if or if not. Much love. Drop a like if you can, everybody. But much love to everybody. I would drop Gainwell if I knew that Warren was healthy. If I knew Warren was healthy, I would drop Gainwell. I would try to hold Jacoby Myers if I could in this situation. But if Jalen Warren's out and Trey Benson comes in, that's how I would have to end up dropping Jacoby. We look at, you know, his looks since he's gone to Jacksonville, right? Um, he's got 3 targets and 6 targets, 40 yards, 60 yards, no touchdowns yet. Um, so yeah, like that 5 to 7 target range, I imagine would be pretty good. Matchup wise, Arizona, not difficult. Tennessee, good matchup. Indianapolis, not difficult. Jets, not difficult. So he's got a pretty good matchup. His only hard matchup is Denver in week 16. So that's how I look at things, Bob. Hopefully that helps you. Let me know if or if not. Much love. Much love. All right, what are we doing here, guys? What are we doing here? Not Jacoby, Nico Collins. Hopefully he is not hurt. I am hoping for you, Cole, that Nico Collins is not hurt because that was not good to see. He's standing up on the sideline, so hopefully he's okay. So he got a shoestring tackle on Nico Collins. All right, here it goes. Dropping back, firing, finding his man. Gain of about 8. Gain of about 8. So Nico Collins about 7 points in half PPR. So we shall see. All right. Right now, we got Houston in the hunt on the wild card. We got the Bills in the wild card behind the Patriots. How's it going, Panda Gaming? How are you? What's up? What's going on? What is going on with you? What's the highlight? What question you got? What's going on with your football team? All right, and we got Christian Kirk. It looks like again going close to the distance, getting tackled in the red zone. So Christian Kirk bringing them to a 1st and goal. Boom. Much love. How are you, Panda Gaming? How are you? You're chilling finally. Everyone's healthy. Everyone's healthy on your team. That's good. That's good. My team is all injured right now, so. All right. They're looking for a touchdown. No good for Jaden Higgins. Who you got who'd you get healthy? Who came back for your team? Let me guess. Lamar Jackson, maybe. Uh who else was hurt? Uh Oh, he was out of bounds. So close. Ja, let's see who was hurt. Lamar Jackson, maybe Puka. Who else could have been on your team that was hurt from being healthy? Kittle maybe. Who else were big injuries that got healthy? Uh 9 seconds, no timeouts. Purdy. Ah, that's true. Purdy and team had a good one. Oh, and you had CD Lamb. Oh, okay, okay. Dang, I guessed like everybody else. I guessed everybody else incorrectly. Okay. Nice though. Sounds like your team should be rocking then with CD Lamb and Purdy back. Hopefully Purdy should who does he got? He's got Carolina this week, I think. So hopefully that'll be a good game. And then Who does CeeDee Lamb have? CeeDee Lamb has Philadelphia. So hopefully you get a good game, Panda. Much love to your team. Cole says Collins is back. Yes, I see Nico Collins on the lineup. Celebrations. Hopefully you get a touchdown throw right here. 9 seconds left. Hopefully this is for you, my man. Let's see. 2nd and goal. No timeouts. Dropping back, looking, firing, and he's got it. Touchdown. Who was that? Flag is down, though. Jaden Higgins. Mills. Touchdown. Let's see what the flag is, though. Let's see what the flag is. Congrats. Pass interference, defense, penalty decline, touchdown. Congrats to Panda for your team getting healthy. Oh, everyone wins and gets to playoffs. Let's go, though. Touchdown. Texans have the lead again. Celebrations. Texans have the lead again, guys. Texans have the lead. Mills. Davis Mills throwing the touchdown to Jaden Higgins. Let's go. Extra point is up. And it is good. Bills defense is so bad. It is pretty bad. It is pretty bad. The only thing they're really good against is they're really, really, really good against tight ends. That is something that they're really good at, is defending the tight end. But everything else, nah, nothing there. Giving up a lot on the run game. Letting Davis Mills here look like a premium quarterback. Here we go. Texans are winning in this game now. 5 seconds left in this first half. You got to imagine that they just go to the half. Just go to the half. Take the knees and go to the half and live to fight another day. I would imagine is what they decide, but we shall see. We shall see. It sucks for Josh Allen. I know. We want Josh Allen to be able to compete, but it does not look like this is a Super Bowl year based on this defense and the lack of offensive options. It just looks too much this year. Looks too much this year. Smitty, how are you? So Nico can't get a TD, but everyone but him. Smitty, you and Cole here, both, man. You guys are both wanting Nico to get some usage. And we hit Christian Kirk. Wait, where's the camera? We hit Christian Kirk. We hit Jaden Higgins. But you are right. For some reason, they did not give it to Nico Collins. But much love to everybody. Drop any last comments, questions in the chat. Anything. I could pray for you and your team for winning this week. I will be on Sunday. No London games, no Europe games. So just normal times. Appreciate everyone participating in chat. Drop any last questions or comments. This was a great half of football. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that the Texans would be winning? Smitty says, and playoffs. More voice, a battle for 7th place. Playoffs? You want to talk about playoffs? Hopefully you're in a battle for 7th place. Does that mean you can't make playoffs anymore? Hopefully you could make playoffs. As long as you make playoffs, right? As long as you make playoffs. Appreciate you too, Cole. Much love to you. Appreciate you always participating. And much love. Congrats again to your Broncos. beating the Chiefs as you got to watch them live and in person. That is awesome. But hopefully you make playoffs, everybody. You too, Smitty. Much love to everybody. Hopefully you guys all have a great rest of your week. I will see you guys all Sunday morning for the early games. Make sure to set your lineups. Make sure to set your lineups and double check all injuries before the games and weather. Don't forget to check weather too. Smitty says no playoffs. Injuries. Oh yeah, that's right. You did have an injury bound team. I do remember that. I do kind of remember that. Well, hopefully at least no Sacco, right? Hopefully at least no last place. Hopefully at least no last place. Much love to everybody. Hopefully you guys all have a great rest of your week and be ready for Sunday. We're coming with the action on Sunday. Much love to everyone. Thanks so much for watching today. I'll be back Sunday. See y'all then. Have a great rest of